It's like my whole life was in two parts. Before Laura and after Laura. I can't imagine that house today. Or next week, or next year. I'd be so lost without her. Miss Bell, we haven't actually met. My name is Alexis.
I know who you are. So, who's Lizzie suing now?
Actually, I'm here on a personal matter. It's about my cousin, Nicholas.
Have the Spencers been notified? No. No, you better let me do that. Yeah.
Aunt Bobby Cassidy?
Yeah.
But does she know? No, Dad, does she know?
I told her about your mother everything she needed to know. She has made her choice.
You want me to get it?
Please, thank you. Go ahead.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, Sonny.
Hey.
Take that up to Ruby. Breakfast there.
Listen, there's coffee or some muffins.
excuse
They're
me.
still warm from when Amy brought them over.
Hello? Yeah, Mac. I see. I see. Surprised? No, that wouldn't be the word. All right. Rochester is calling Laura's death accidental. Leak in the gas line. So that means it's up to me again to find the freak with a match. All right, Sonny, what am I supposed to do? Just stay here and eat crumb cakes and casserole while the cops call this an accidental death?
Look, you know, Rochester doesn't know the history. Everybody here does. We all know a lot about it. I think at least you would get a very good wrongful death suit out of this.
Sue him? Sue him? Get money for it? Luce, no amount of money is going to bring her back. I don't want money in payment. I want blood.
You're right. Double murder charges is what he should be facing. So why don't you let me take it up with Max Scorpio for you? Think of it as my contribution.
Yeah, Sonny's right. It's a very good idea. Let him iron it out with Mac, okay? I will get that.
Thanks.
Morning.
Oh,
Delivery from Wyndham's.
yeah, hi.
You got an ID for that, partner?
Wait, Sonny, he's okay. His name's Michael, and he delivers my way all the time. It's probably just somebody wanting to do something for the family. There you go. Thanks, Michael. I'll see you later.
Take care of this.
Yeah. You want to see what it is?
Yeah.
All right, go to Mac. Tell him he's got one chance to make it right. The cops have one chance only.
Wow, it's Christmas presents, and there aren't any tags on anything. What is this? It's from the toy department at Wyndham's and the men's department.
Mom sent him. She asked me to come with her and take Lulu to see Santa, but went to Wyndham. She wanted me to try on some pants. She knows I hate trying on pants. When we were in line to see Santa, she just went off. She said she wasn't gonna let Christmas sneak up on her this year.
You know, why don't I just take these and put them somewhere?
No, you know, I'll take you to the basement.
I never think about Christmas. She never forgot.
Come here.
Maybe Nicholas just needs to be alone now. There is a kind of grief that you just can't share with anyone else. And you said yourself, he cared a lot more for Laura than he was ever able to let on. And if he were to come back here, he'd just have to hide it from you, knowing how you felt about her. You did warn him against her. And you never forgave her for leaving him.
Barbara, I know you want to go see your brother. I think you should. Well, he was angry last night, but that had more to do with me than you. Huh? It's times like these that families can mend their differences. Now, he'll need you today.
I was going to wait until you went up to bed. Or until your cousin came back. Yeah. Luke does need me, and I need to do what I can for him. And I should have known I wouldn't have to hide that from you. Thank you.
You were with Nicholas last night, I understand.
At Luke's, I'm hoping to do a photo shoot.
From what I can piece together, he had words with Mr. Spencer, or you did.
Well, Luke was drunk. Nicholas wasn't really all that innocent. I got fed up, I said so, and I left.
No one has seen him since, so I'm sure you can understand why his uncle and I are concerned.
When I heard what happened to Laura, I thought of him right away. In fact, I went back to the club looking for him, but he was already gone.
Well, I could have told you that.
You saw him too?
Briefly at Luke's, and then he took off.
Do you have any idea where he is now?
I don't know any of his friends. I have no idea where somebody his age would
I
hang out.
don't think Nicholas has many friends here. Well, there's you. Listen, I'm going to give you my card. My pager number's on it, and this is my cell phone number. You will let me know if you hear anything at all.
Of course I will.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Poor guy.
Since when are you a family friend of the Cassadines? You know, I don't think I mentioned that Laura was with Stephen Cassadine when she died, the boy's uncle.
No, you didn't. Does that mean something?
Luke thinks it does, and I can't tell him that he's wrong. Look, it might be a good idea to keep your distance for a while.
Well, that's not a problem. I have never even laid eyes on this evil uncle. And Nicholas would never hurt anybody. And I'm really worried that he's missing. Listen, I gotta get to the office, so if you hear anything at all, would you please let me know?
All right? Miranda?
Hey, Commissioner, got a minute?
What do you need, Sonny?
Truth, justice, and the American way. I'll try anything once. Here's your chance to make a believer out of me.
Poor Luke, he must be freaking out.
Well, can you raise those two children alone? I mean, you know him, I don't.
He's pretty rough around the edges. In fact, you name it, he's done it. Except for even look at another woman. Never that. No, I mean, not even when they were separated. Mike told me that they used to fight and make up and fight and make up, and I guess they won't be doing that anymore. Jax, what if that happened to us? What if suddenly one of us was gone? I can't, do this anymore. I can't leave so many things unresolved between us. I know that you're angry with me for trying to get answers from Miranda and for going to justice and trying to get him to find out who's legally bound to who on paper, but I think you know that none of that is going to decide anything. Only you can decide. And you need to make a decision. Because I know what I want. And that's you. But I don't want to sit around anymore and wonder if you feel the same way, so you need to tell me. Jax, I'm trying so hard to understand right now.
No, Luke Spencer, you understand. His tragedy you can feel. You ask how he can go on. You even sit there and say, what if that happened to us? Well, it happened to me. One night, one burst of fire. I lost my whole world, the same as he did. Has that ever sunk in? And if you can feel, what that's like for him, why do I have to keep explaining what it meant to me?
I'm sorry. You're right.
I had a long recovery too. Miranda had to learn how to walk again. So did I. She had her surgeries, mindless days full of drugs for the pain. Well, my face is the same, but nothing else is. Everything I've done, every decision I've made, every dollar I've earned, every party, every plane ticket, every mind-numbing merger was because of that night. That's where I drew the line and started over. What the hell am I supposed to do now? A door opened and she walked in. And it was like waking up, not knowing my name anymore.
It's okay. I know what I have to do. I don't like it, but I know.
I wish you'd tell me.
Nothing.
Haven't we already tried that?
I haven't. You taught me how. Oh, you know, we were out on that yacht and we were saying our vows to each other, and it was such a crapshoot. I loved the idea of marrying you. But I was standing there saying that I would have and hold you and be with you until death do us part, and I pretty much knew that the chances of that happening were small. But if I loved you then, I didn't even know it. And you didn't know it either. And you didn't mind. You were patient with me. You waited for me to come around. And now I guess it's my turn, isn't it? Here I am. I know that I am so madly in love with you. So I guess now it's my turn. I'll wait for you this time.
You think I like coming to you to try to solve this problem? You think it was easy for me to talk Luke into letting me try? But see, the way I see it, there's no other way this thing's gonna play out that won't leave those two kids with no parents at all.
Look, I can't make any promises. But you've got to promise me to keep Luke on a leash until I push this through.
Easier said than done. Believe me, I've been there.
Miranda,
Morning. It is still morning, isn't it?
Sonny was just leaving.
Actually, I wasn't, but anyway, how you doing, Mr. Jacks?
What were you doing, dropping dumbbells up there?
Well, don't blame me if your ceilings are thin. So are you off to the office?
A meeting. I left your tea steeping. It might be cold.
I think I can manage. Would you like to have some tea, Mr. Corinthos?
Why, sure.
Miranda.
Mac, don't worry. I'll keep an eye on the silverware.
Okay.
Mac? Well, Catherine's not here and somebody has to do it.
I won't be long.
Take care. My suitcase is upstairs in Robin's room. I already dropped it on my foot once.
What about my tea?
I wouldn't give you a grain of salt. It was Max. And then you're taking me to the airport.
Why would I do that?
Well, because you're here, your limo is much nicer than a cab, and you owe me. I mean, what kind of travel agent books one way? If you were any kind of gentleman, you'd also pay for my return ticket. But I won't hold my breath on that one.
You're going back to the Philippines?
No, Australia. For now, but you can keep that to yourself.
I was just starting to get used to you. So, why don't you stick around?
You've already lost her, Mr. Corinthos. She's fighting way too hard for Jax to look back now. And I could be wrong about this, but my being here hasn't exactly had the desired effect. It's becoming a big embarrassment to all of us. So what's left? I mean, you and I could form a losers club and spend all of our time getting infatuated with each other, but I'd rather skip that, wouldn't you?
Oh, hell. I know where Robin's room is.
Listen, it should be small, I don't want a crowd, and it's not a celebration.
Mom knew so many people. You think they'll understand?
Have you had any thoughts about what kind of ceremony?
Ceremony? No churches.
No. Can we just have like a little service at the cemetery or something?
I don't see why not, sure.
And we have to make sure that they know we want Laura buried next to her mother.
We should have someone speak, though. Maybe Justice?
No, not Justice. Somebody else.
Hey, you know what? We've done really well so far. I don't think we have to decide everything right now. It's enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and sit with Lulu. Relieve Ruby.
He's really very strong, isn't he? Tell you what, I am gonna go in the other room and make those phone calls.
Thanks, Liz.
There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. I hope you remember that.
You're an angel. Stop right there, Barbara. You have no business here. Get out.
You hate me. You made that clear last night. I was lucky.
What are you doing here? Spying for your loving husband? What, does he want to make sure that our tears are real? That our grief is real? That our broken hearts are real?
What are you talking about? You know, for what it's worth, he didn't sleep at all last night either. Now look, I didn't come here to defend anyone. I came here because I loved Laura and because I love you.
He didn't sleep well. Gosh, Barbara, a newlywed who doesn't sleep like a baby? Why could that be? Maybe visions of bloody body parts flying through the air? Or maybe he's so busy trying to figure out what kind of torture he's going to put you through. Barbara Jean, go away.
No, I won't. I'm your sister.
You used to be.
You know something? That's a job I can't be fired from. And you're the one who taught me that. Last night when you got the horrible news, who did you come to?
But I came to tell you last night, you will never know.
Well, then go ahead. You can punish me all you want. But until after the funeral, I am here and I'm with you.
I don't want you to come to the funeral, Bobby. Please don't come. You've made your choice. Live with the consequences. And if you do this for me, I promise you, when your new husband dies, I won't even send flowers. I won't be there. Don't push me anymore. Get out of here.
You think I don't know what you're doing? If there's a guilty conscience in this room, it's not mine. Nobody but me ever loved you the way Laura did. Sure, you fought. It didn't mean anything, and it doesn't matter that you weren't with her when she died. Surely you can't blame me for that.
Oh, no? But I do, Barbara. I do blame you. You helped them kill her.
Luke, what?
Who was it that convinced Stefan to bail out the hospital? Who was it that stepped in and saved his bastard son from the cops? And who was it that convinced my wife that he was safe, that he was kind, that it was okay for her to get in a car and go with him last night? You are the tool that he has used to get what he wants. And because of you, Barbara, he got it.
Bobby? Bobby, what's going on?
Ruby, Bobby has a new life on the shelf as a Cassadine trophy. She just came to kiss us off. So say bye-bye to Barbara, babe.
I can't believe that you're fighting with your sister on today of all days.
Let it go, Ruby. Nobody knows you like I do. And nobody knows how to hurt me like you do. So when you miss me for one or the other, you let me know.
Sure. When your hell freezes over.
What?
Nothing yet. Stefan, there is no reason to think that anything has happened to Nicholas or that anything will.
Except Luke Spencer.
Why? He blames you?
That goes without saying.
I know that he had some encounter with Nicholas last night, but I find it hard to believe that he would try to hurt his own wife's son.
Gah.
Are you well enough protected here?
That would be my crowning glory, wouldn't it? Nicholas loses his mother, and then I lose Nicholas. Then what? Oh, yes. I have Luke Spencer killed. Then his son grows up and murders me in my sleep. How did this happen to me? Even as a child, I saw through them. Elena, Stavros, my father. Their ridiculous pretensions. Their idiotic pride. The Cassadine honor. The Cassadine burden, I swore, would never be mine. How did you escape it?
Did I?
The battles might all have ended had Laura lived.
So you admired her after all?
She kept her husband in check. She was intermittently kind to my nephew. I hardly knew the woman.
Miranda? Oh, boy, do I hate meetings. This one wasn't so bad. Hey, how about I pop for lunch before I have to go back to the office? Miranda?
My dear, sweet Matt. I'm such a cheat and such a chicken, I know. But I had to leave. And how could I say goodbye to you of all people? Please be my friend and understand. Psychiatrist to a mental patient. Mrs. X, why do you keep pounding your head with that hammer? Patient. Because it feels so damn good when I stop. Why don't we all stop now? Love, Miranda.
Passengers arrived on flight 116 from Caracas may proceed to customs areas 529.
Dr. Dorman?
To your right. Pasajeros que están llegando en el vuelo
Thank you. Will my patient give you any trouble?
Not at all.
Thank you.
El caminador eléctrico a su derecha.
Bienvenido. ¿Cómo estuvo su vuelo?
No problema. Hey.
Sorry, it's taking forever to go through security.
There you go. What are you carrying in that monster bag there?
Oh, no. Metal detectors just don't agree with me. You know, I have pins and stuff in my legs.
So, you never told me why you're doing this.
Well, let's just say I realized I've been living in my head too long. I need a little more practice in real life to feel at home.
Practice is how you get to Carnegie Hall. Home, you steal.
Hey, I've got bankers downstairs.
Okay.
How many hours do I spend sitting at tables with bankers?
What did you do to her this time?
What?
Miranda. Or didn't you know that she'd left?
Matt? Miranda?
So, I called everybody on the list, and of course, they will all be there tomorrow.
Did I write this?
Yeah, you did.
Huh. This isn't my house, Lucy. You know, I don't make lists. Every time I've ever had a list in my hand, it was something that Laura gave me. You know, lists of what I should do, things I should pick up, stuff like that. All this stuff. She wanted it so badly.
You know, I've found that with couples, there's usually one that's the nester and one that takes on the outside world.
I haven't taken on the world in a long, long time. I run a club in Port Charles, remember?
Yeah, and you know just about everybody in Port Charles. Probably just about everybody in the country. I know everybody on several continents.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. Don't trust many. But I'm not a nester. I never really needed a nest. Don't understand it. Can I tell you a secret, Luce? I always hated this house. It found us, it sucked us in, and it destroyed us. I knew it was a trap. But Laura, she never realized it, and now she's gone. I'd like to burn this place to the ground.
I don't understand. Did Laura do something? What did she do?
No, she didn't do anything. I did. This is not my life. This is not my house. She is my life.
Hey, is Nicholas here?
I thought we'd hear from him by now.
Where's Stefan?
Upstairs, I think. I don't know. He's not taking this very well. I'm glad you're back. I didn't think you would get here until later.
I didn't either.
So how's your brother? Would you like me to stay?
No, I'll be fine, but thank you. This house is too big.
Well, it gets too big sometimes, doesn't it? I'm really glad that my cousin has you.
Tonight, I'm very glad I have him.
Oh, God, Lasha. What have I done?
Parents are supposed to make promises. And the ones that they can't keep just become dreams, I guess.
Did any of yours come true?
It almost did.
May I tell you mine?
Baby's getting sort of cold. I'm gonna take him back.
How can I go on without you?
Flight 923.
Well, that's me. Thanks. I appreciate the ride.
You little con artist. You would have flown off with my change, wouldn't you? Come on.
There you go. And there's a receipt to remember me by.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the memories.
What happened last night? Miranda was planning to stay. I know that for a fact. And then she had her friendly little dinner with you. And now she's gone.
Where?
How the hell should I know? I came home to a note. She had to leave. Why?
Or maybe she thinks that there's just nothing left for her here.
Or maybe she's tired of being badgered and hounded and having her luggage rifled through and her letters read by strangers.
Lay off, Mac. At least decide who you're going to blame.
I'm tired of the two of you and the wounded feelings you've developed after trampling over everyone else's.
Well, as such a dear, dear friend of Miranda's, you ought to know if she left for her own reasons, because nobody makes Miranda do anything.
Nobody but you, Jax. And I don't know how the hell you do it. How long before somebody finds a note from you, Brenda? And Jax will be saying, gee, I guess she wanted to go crawl into a hole by herself.
You saw your brother? How bad was it?
He didn't want me there. And he told me to leave.
Because of me.
No, because of me. He said I helped you kill Laura.
I'm sorry. Now you know, or you're beginning to, what it means to be a Cassadine.
Lucky, look, pal, this place is dead to me. I mean, no matter what we do, this house is always going to be dead. I can't do that to you and your sister.
Dad, don't you think I feel the same way too? I mean, listen, we don't have to live in this house.
And you won't hate me in a month or a year? Okay, and if I tell you that every time I look out these windows and I look at this town, this is your mother's town. And when I see the cards or the flowers or anything that anybody sent here, all I see is your mother.
Dad, listen, I would live in the back of a car with you. You know that, okay? So would Lulu.
Okay, son. Okay. Then tomorrow after we say goodbye to your mother, I don't want to come back here. In fact, I never want to come back here again.
Saturday, Doug skates over to primetime for the first time with a special as big as the holidays. It's Doug's Secret Christmas. Then, Lily Tomlin is Edith Ann in an all-new animated Christmas special, Edith Ann's Christmas.